Hi, this is Keith Weaver with the Top Executive Strategy Podcast, where CEOs, COOs, and business owners share strategies for better success. This is 6 questions in 9 minutes because the best strategies are concise business advice. And so we're going to get right to it with our guest today. So, question number one, in a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Okay, I'm Sandra Thomas. I'm a behavioral economist slash marketing professional, mostly within the travel and tourism industry. I also host a podcast called Behavioral Economics and Marketing, where I break down seemingly esoteric behavioral economics concepts and give practical applications in marketing.
Lots of big words, but that's part of the podcast and part of the education is making it simplified, right?
Yes.
So, so great having you on today. Appreciate you taking the time. Question number two, what's the best thing about being a business leader for you?
So I really love to be on the cutting edge of change. I like to be able to see those breakthrough results, and I love to see growth, and I especially love to see that growth accelerate and grow.
That's awesome. And a lot of changes going on, and the more you can be a part of those changes, like you said, there's a lot of growth that can happen if
Yeah,
you stay
absolutely.
on that cutting edge. So question number three, I hear from other business leaders that a lot of times their people strategy in their business can be more complicated, difficult than their actual business strategy in running a business. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I absolutely do think that the people strategy can be more challenging than the actual business strategy, but it can also be the most fruitful too. Ultimately, you can develop an amazing business strategy that has the potential to bring in millions or billions of dollars in sales. But if you don't have a good people strategy, your results won't be as great as you would like them. From an economic standpoint, we see that the human capital investment, both on a micro and a macro level, is the one that has the most positive impact on growth. And human capital investment includes everything from training and development to benefits, team building exercises, volunteer opportunities, etc.
That's cool. I wish we had a lot more time to dive into the nitty gritty. Those are the fun things that I like to talk about. But
Yeah, it's definitely something I love to talk about too.
so, question number four, what strategy would you like to share with other business leaders?
So, one of my favorite behavioral economics concepts is the IKEA effect. And the IKEA effect implies that people place this disproportionately high value on items or concepts that they have played a part in creating. From a leadership standpoint, this means that the more your employees are engaged and invested in the team, the project, the company, etc., the more value that they will attribute to the results and the success of the company at large. So, my strategy kind of falls in that old adage, get their skin in the game, ask your team to get involved at the very beginning of a project, get their opinions, their feedbacks, and then weave that into your entire strategy. And then I also like to take that a step further, and you give credit to the team members who contribute and the value that they brought to the project. Let them know that their contribution is appreciated and recognized. This goes such a long way.
Well, and really goes to that question number three as well of that people strategy. And like you said, really weaving the two together and
Yeah.
helping them, having them help you build the business strategy through the process.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that it's so important to get them involved right from the get-go too, just so they can really feel like they're a part of the success.
Very good. All right. Question number five. What other successful business owners, CEOs like yourself, would you like to maybe acknowledge here or you think would be good on the podcast?
So I couldn't really come up with someone specific, but what I was kind of thinking is that it would be great for you to bring in like a professor or a researcher, someone who is doing that cutting edge research on new leadership philosophies and tactics. And colleges and universities are often on the front lines of growth and change. Um, and I know that I wouldn't be the leader that I am today if it wasn't for those college professors that poured into me.
Well, like you said, they have the opportunity to do the research that not only is it, hey, philosophical, but let's do the research and see what the numbers
Right.
show.
Right.
where we see the biggest impact and stuff.
Yeah.
So very good suggestion. We'll have to reach out to some and see if we can get some on. So kind of a final fun six question. Tell me about your favorite past boss.
Okay. So, one of my favorite past bosses was I worked for a Nobel laureate several years ago. He was definitely a character and very interesting to be around. Very intelligent, but also funny. Um, and a great boss. Every year at the Christmas party, he would stand up and thank each and every employee for their contribution to the company and show their value. And it was just such a great practice and definitely filling us.
That's really cool. Yeah, you don't find very many bosses that will take the time to do that or, know their employees enough that they can
Right.
do that kind of a
I mean,
thing.
it was great because it was a small company, so he was able to do that and know every one of his employees.
But still, to take the time to know them, that's a great boss right there. So,
Yeah.
well, it's great having you on and talking with you. Before people leave, can you tell us how they can maybe get a hold of you or about the podcast, those kind of things?
Yep. So you can always find my podcast on Spotify, iTunes, and basically anywhere that the podcasts are available. It's Behavioral Economics and Marketing. And my name is Sandra Thomas Cominol. You can always look me up on LinkedIn.
Great. And they can connect with you there. So
Yep.
that's great. Well, again, appreciate you taking time to be on. Thank you so much. And this is
And
Keith
thank you.
Weaver with the Top Executive Strategy Podcast. And for more insights and to follow us, you can follow us at Weaver Business Coaching on LinkedIn or listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. And we wish you the best success.